Good afternoon. My name is Grace Azanabo, and I'm the senior class president.
My name is Devin Shaw, and I'm the student council president.
And we would like to thank and welcome all friends, family, and loved ones for coming to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2014.
Please stand for the presentation of your colors and remain standing for the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
And now remain standing for the national anthem sung by your SGP show choir.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please sit. And now I'd like to introduce to you our School Board of Education sitting to my right. President J.D. Stewart, Vice President Terry Brooks, Secretary Burke Hall, and the members Steve Pryor,
I'd also like to introduce board members Chester McCurry, Mike Skinner, Tim Johnson, and our superintendent, Dr. Susan Hall.
Good afternoon. I am Donna Grant, and I am the very proud principal of South Grand Prairie High School. I want to welcome all the family and loved ones that have joined us for this afternoon's graduation ceremony. Today is a day that each of us has been looking forward to for quite some time. Finally, that moment has arrived for us to honor and celebrate the South Grand Prairie High School graduating class of 2014. On behalf of the graduates, I want to acknowledge the parents, family members, and friends, as well as the teaching staff, the counselors, and the campus administration for the love, support, and encouragement that all of you have provided these young people throughout their high school experience. I'd also like to acknowledge the Board of Trustees who were introduced earlier just now by Devin and Grace, and thank them so much for volunteering to serve the students of this district. I want to acknowledge our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Susan Hull, and our Executive Director of Secondary Education, Ms. Vicki Bridges, as well as Dr. Vern Alexander, our Superintendent of Student Support Operations. What an amazing job they do in leading this district. I'd like to thank our senior class sponsor, Ms. Patty Foster, as well as all the members of our staff that are on stage today helping with this ceremony. Other distinguished members of our audience include our 9th grade campus principal, Mr. Donnie Bartlett, our Dean of Instruction, Ms. Leah Boyle, our Academic Dean, Mrs. Holly Moeller, and Assistant Principals, Ms. Marilyn Neely, Brianna Howard, Justin Marshall, Donna Wallace, Robert Holt, and Mr. Tim Shepard. I would also like to acknowledge our counseling staff at South. Our lead counselor is Mrs. Joyce Kinney, and our other counselors are Leslie Stahl, Sitlali Molina, Melissa McGee, and Byron Wright. Thank you so much for what you do for our students. I would like to call your attention to a couple of things worthy of note in today's program. Seated directly behind me on my left are our top 10 graduates. These students are graduating with the highest grade point average in the class of 2014 and are seated alphabetically on the front row, again, just behind me. Also, our distinguished graduates who are designated in the program as those who are wearing the gold, white, and silver cords today. The summa cum laude graduates are those students who are graduating on the distinguished plan and are wearing the gold cords. These students, yes. These students had to complete a very rigorous course of studies throughout high school, and again, they are well deserving of the gold cords today. Students wearing the white honor cords represent the top 5% of the class and are referred to as cum laude graduates. The silver honor cords are being worn by the magna cum laude graduates, and those students rank among the top 10% of this year's graduating class. Congratulations to all of our honor graduates. Something worthy of note is any Texas high school student that graduates in the top 10% of their class earns automatic acceptance to a state-supported college or university of their choice. Congratulations, top 10 honor graduates. be back later in the program to make a few more brief remarks about this year's graduating class, but without further ado, I would like to present the first of our two keynote speakers. It is my pleasure to introduce our salutatorian. He is the son of Ernest and Leslie Stull. He was a member of National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, track, band, and a state finalist this year in the UIL Math Calculator Competition. He's an advanced placement scholar and earned an overall grade point average of 4.541. He plans to attend the University of Texas at Arlington and major in engineering. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's salutatorian for the class of 2014, Mr. Trevor Stull.
Oh, there are a lot of people here today. Welcome, fellow graduates. Welcome, esteemed guests. Welcome, teachers. And most importantly, welcome to all parents, guardians, grandparents, relatives, and friends. We are here today to celebrate a milestone, the end of a 4-year sentence, also known as high school. You all have seen your children go from diapers to driving. I don't know which is scarier. Soon, most of you will be helping your children move into college or other life-changing events. Us in diapers isn't so scary now, is it? It is crazy to think that we are all graduating now. It seems not too long ago, we were in the freshman center. Now we are seniors ready to finally walk across the stage. It is inspiring how much we have learned from our experiences these past 4 years. My high school career, I have been involved in band, track, UIL Math and Science, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, AP Peer Tutoring, and the dreaded AP courses. These activities have taught me probably the 3 most important life lessons anyone needs to succeed: desire, dedication, and hard work. For all of those of you who are not in band, imagine you are standing in the middle of a parking lot in the afternoon and it's mid-August. Now imagine you have a 40-pound instrument on your shoulder. This was my life for much of the marching band season. You have to have dedication to put up with that kind of torture for 4 years. Track is like no other sport. You voluntarily run the hardest you can around a circle thousands of times. I can remember my first practice when I was a sophomore. Worst experience ever. I swear I almost died, but I stuck with it. Track is the most physically demanding activity I have ever been involved in. After every Monday and Wednesday workout, I would crawl to my car, hoping not to cramp up, drive home, touch my bed, and fall asleep. It was the hardest I had to work to get improvement. Looking back at it, I have no idea why I signed up for UIL Math and Science. Taking tests for fun on Saturdays instead of sleeping? No, thank you. I know it sounds odd, but it was actually fun. The first meeting of UIL was eye-opening. I thought I knew everything there was to know about math, and boy was I wrong. I did not even know how to use the calculators they were using. I did not let this discourage me though. I had the desire to be the best. In the first year, I went from a newbie to a second place finisher in district for calculator applications. I made it to region my first year, but I was not satisfied. I had the desire to make it to state. The next year, I did just that by tying for second in region competition for calculator applications. I was still not satisfied. I had the desire to be state champion. The next year, this year, I fell 3 points short of my goal on one question and finished second at state for calculator applications. Even though I did not reach my goal, My desire pushed me and my team to places no one has gone before in South Grand Prairie history. I became the first person to qualify for calculator applications, was an integral part of the first calculator applications team to make it to state, and was the first person to place for any UIL math event ever in school's history. Coming back down to earth, we have all had desire, dedication, and hard work stories. We have all had trials and tribulations through these 4 years of high school. And we have all had our failures and successes and have learned that to be successful, we need desire, dedication, and hard work. With our desire, we can set goals. With our dedication, we will stay true to the path we want. And with our hard work, we can complete the goals we set. With all that in mind, each and every one of us can and will be remarkable. As we walk across the stage today, we need to be thankful for those who got us here. Thank you to all the teachers, directors, coaches, and principals. And let's not forget the counselors, because without all of you, we would not be sitting here with our uncomfortable caps and gowns. Thanks to all my friends and peers. You guys have made high school a much wilder and more enjoyable experience. Thanks to all the relatives who guided us through these years. And thanks to the parents and guardians who had the pleasure of putting up with us for our entire lives. Good luck to each and every one of the class of 2014. Hey, Dad, did I keep it short enough? Oh, and hey, Mom, I finally have time to clean my room.
As you can tell, our senior class is rather large this year. Our choir is located just off stage on the risers, and at this time, our award-winning, truly talented choir will perform the song Unwritten.